Hello and welcome. My name is Andromax, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I've been leveling an 8.3 Discipline Priest. I started this idea back in February, actually, when I was working on my Horde alt, also named Andromax, conveniently, and I was like, I probably should work on some allied races. So I decided to try to grind out the vulpera allied race, of which I did in February. So with that, I definitely got myself a vulpera because they are freaking cute, right? So here I am, I'm customizing my vulpera, I'm looking at all the really cool options, and it comes to actually selecting a name. And this has by far been the easiest task for me in the past, because normally my choices have been relatively the same. So, Andromax, Illusia, Akatya, Amaresk, Exilia, you name it. So, as you can see, there's definitely a pattern to the way the names are structured. In other words, a lot of them start with A or E, and it has absolutely nothing to do with my actual real name, which may actually start with an A or an E. But that's beside the point. So finally I selected a Sophia, which is based off of a goddess, or Sophia, who is the goddess of something in something. I don't know. It's been too long since I actually looked it up. That doesn't matter. So I put an E in front of it because that's what I do, so I have an E in front of it. So now it's a Sophia. And I'm like, haha, I am a vulpera. So I load in, and they're like telling me, go to Orgrimmar. So I go to Orgrimmar, and that's cool. And then they give me this quest to like go to the heroes board. So I'm like, okay, I go to the heroes board and I decide I'm gonna go the farthest I can freaking go. So I decide to end up leveling in Hillsbrad, which is of course very far away from Orgrimmar. So I hop on a Zeppelin, go to Lordaeron, end up in the not quite destroyed city of Lordaeron from my perspective, end up running my way through Tirisfal, and what is that place with the Worgen? Silverpine, right? And I end up in finally starting out my questing experience in Hillsbrad, which was pretty cool. I hadn't done that area in a long time, so ended up doing a few quests in there. That was kind of fun. And finally I'm in Alterac. No, sorry, not Alterac Valley. What is this place? Arathi. So I'm like running around Arathi. Now here's the thing, as I have leveled up recently an Alliance character with the new questing experience. So I was like, alright, these quests should be, hopefully more clumped together than the Alliance would be. No, that is not the case at all, right? So what Arathi does is it has you go to this place, right? It's called Stormguard, and they're like, go kill some things. So you go to Stromguard? Whatever. Stromguard, and you're like, I'm gonna kill these dudes. So then you go back to the quest hub, you turn in those quests, and they're like, hey, go back and kill these other dudes. And you're like, I was just there. And you do that, not once, not twice, you do that 4 times until you're finally done with that area. And the whole time, of course, I don't have the really fast mount. I'm still like level 30 or something. Oh, not only that, but let me mention something, is I ended up doing a couple dungeons early on, right? Just to see how it was, since I knew how to play Discipline Priest. That's what I've been doing for the last roughly 2 years. So I was like, I'm gonna go get some dungeons. So needless to say, I start like organizing my spellbook. I actually end up, as you can see, my UI is practically identical to my main character Illusia's. And I go into the dungeon, and I suddenly realize that I do not have Shadow Mend, or for that matter, like penance. And I stare at my screen for a while thinking, what the heck am I supposed to do to heal, right? Like, I have Smite, I have Bubble, and I have Shadow Word Pain. And then finally I go through my spellbook and I realize I have Flash of Light. And I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know I had Flash of Light. So, of course, I'm after the dungeon, right? Because I'm healing with Flash of Light because these tanks are just like going down real fast. So I'm healing, spamming Flash of Light, whatever, it is what it is. It doesn't put atonement on anything, so that sucks. But I'm trying my best. It's rough, but we make it through, right? So needless to say, after the dungeon, I log off that character, that whatever, level 20 something vulpera, and I go over to my main character, right? My max level 120 disc priest, and I go through the spellbook and I'm like, where's Flash of Light? Like, I thought I got Flash of Light. I was so confused as to why my level 20 something priest had Flash of Light and my level 120 did not, right? So then I go back to the vulpera, level 20 vulpera, and I'm like, okay, looking through this, it looks like they've changed it so that you don't get Shadow Mend. I don't know why. So I'm really confused for like the next, I don't even know, maybe 6 or 7 levels. Having Flash of Light kind of sucks, but it's working out okay. Do a couple more dungeons, level up some more through Arathi, finally get some other spells like Penance, which was nice, you know, and I'm having a good time overall in Arathi. And then finally I hit at some level, I think it might be like level 30 or 32 or something like that, and my Flash of Light changes to Shadow Mend. And I'm like the happiest person ever because Shadow Mend does put atonement on the target. Thank goodness. Alright, so this was much more of a success. So after doing several quests in Arathi, I decided I'm going to try my hand at a few more dungeons. But I decided to do an experiment, because really I'm kind of a scientist at heart. So I decided to do an experiment where basically I say, hello, or I say, what's up everyone, when I first start the dungeon. And I started doing this experiment because I wanted to know how many people actually responded back. And I honestly got an amazing amount of no responses, which was kind of interesting. So I still don't know if these are real people, or bots, or maybe they don't know English, although I would imagine they would know what hello means. But it's been a very quiet leveling experience, needless to say. So with that, I will leave you at this time. I'm going to eventually work on part 2. I've got lots of good footage of me leveling up this super cute vulpera disc priest. And I encourage you guys to like, subscribe, and of course maybe watch some other of my videos. I would greatly appreciate it. Everyone take care. Thank you and goodbye.